Oh yeah, that was stupid. That was definitely stupid. There was a different St. Louis Chess Club fiasco that I don't know if I've ever told on stream, but it was also stupid. Basically, there was this guy who hired me for a private lesson, $20 for 1 hour, and I made an exception. Normally, it's like private lesson one-on-one, me and you. But he wanted me to do a group lesson for his Discord server. And now he didn't tell me it was for his Discord server until I was giving the lesson. He just said a group lesson with like 2 or 3 other people. And anyway, I gave this lesson, and it was a great lesson, by the way. And at the very end of the lesson, he basically expressed that like he was not satisfied with the quality of the lesson, and that I missed a very important part. So at the end of the lesson, he asked like, "Hey, would you be willing to do this again?" And now I hadn't really enjoyed the lesson because it didn't really seem like the people were engaged. It didn't seem like this was something I wanted to repeat, right? He just didn't seem like a client that I wanted to go back and do another lesson with. I don't remember exactly why, but that's kind of the opinion I got during the lesson. I was like, this guy's kind of weird. Like, he asked me to make an exception, teach for his group, whatever. Anyway, at the end, he asked me, hey, like, do you want to, become a coach for my Discord server? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll let you know. And then right after I told him that like I wasn't really interested, he was like, I honestly, I'm really disappointed in the quality of this lesson. And also I noticed that on your Lichess profile, you listed your USCF rating as 2000, when in fact it is, it's not 2000. Like, I looked at USCF and it's not 2000. And so I'm going to be charging back this lesson, basically. Now, I'll admit, I probably shouldn't have done that. But in my defense, I was upset with the fact that like USCF ratings in the Pacific Northwest are totally messed up. Like, they, at the time of this lesson, they were very, very deflated compared to the rest of the country. And my online ratings, they were 2,300. So I had just put 2,000 as a placeholder because, for the most part, based off my chess skills, I thought that I would be about 2,000 USCF rated over the board. But I was like, it's no big deal, whatever. And the other thing was too, this guy didn't even approach me on Lichess. He approached me on chess.com. So it was like, didn't even think that would be a factor. Anyway, to me, it was obvious that he was only doing this as like a gotcha. I got a free lesson out of you, and I'm going to charge back this because you misrepresented your rating. In reality, it was a great lesson. Like, and the other thing too was he did not express disappointment in the lesson at all until the very end. And then also after I had denied his offer to, become a more long-term coach for his Discord server. So yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was like that too. I was baffled after asking for more lessons and then doing that. I thought he was joking at first, but no, it gets worse. It gets worse because I was like, no, dude, like, I'm not giving you your money back. Like, you asked me to give you more lessons. And also, you know, if you did not like how the lesson was going, or like, you clearly discovered this information beforehand with the intention to reveal it at the very end in order to try to get a free lesson. And so no, like, and also it's $20, dude. Like, come on. But it gets worse because then he sent me a demand letter threatening to sue me if I didn't give him back. He found my parents on LinkedIn and he messaged my parents on LinkedIn, and he reached out to the St. Louis Chess Club, where I was currently employed at the time. And just to clarify again, this lesson was not through the St. Louis Chess Club. It was not through the St. Louis Chess Club at all. It was my own, like, I'm giving private lessons on my own, has nothing to do with the St. Louis Chess Club. But he reached out to the St. Louis Chess Club and he said, like, he basically told them, like, this person scammed me out of a lesson or whatever. I don't know exactly what he told them, but that's basically what they told them. And then the other thing is, then the St. Louis Chess Club, without ever asking me my side of the story, suspended me for 1 month. So that actually made me angry with the St. Louis Chess Club. And is one of the reasons why I, you know, did not continue to pursue employment with them. Not the only reason, but one of them. It was like, they didn't even have the decency to try to get my side of the story. Basically, they told me they were suspending me for 1 month over it. And I'm like, don't you want to hear my side of the story? Like, I had no idea this person was even contacting you. This has nothing to do with the St. Louis Chess Club. And yeah, they were like, no, we already made the decision. I'm like, come on, guys. But yeah, I didn't take him to court, but it was stupid. It was actually so freaking stupid. And I did kind of look up, like, who is this guy? Like, this guy's insane. And I don't actually remember his name. I could find his name somewhere, but basically, he actually used to be a YouTuber with like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But then he kind of went insane. Like, people who were his friends were like, yeah, he just, like, his mind just broke one day. Like, he used to be this really, really smart guy, but then he just, like, started spouting nonsense one day. Like, he had a YouTube video detailing, like, his mathematical formula for the answer to the universe, and it was like 2 hours long, and the mathematical formula had emojis in it, but it was a completely serious video. Like, it was not like satire or anything. Like, you could tell this person truly believed in their heart of hearts that what they were saying was true. So yeah, and then it seemed like he was trying to start like a chess Discord server. He was trying to start like the best chess education Discord server in the world or whatever. That was his next thing that he was trying to do. But yeah, clearly, I hope he's doing okay. You know, I hope he's doing okay now. I definitely did not get a positive impression from him based off all of my interactions with him. I don't know. I don't know how to help someone who is in that position. Like, I don't know what I can do personally to help. Obviously, the best thing I can do for myself is just to simply avoid people like that. But in terms of actually helping them out of that type of situation, I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's safe to say he is not. Yeah. Yeah, I was most upset about like the lost wages from the St. Louis Chess Club because they didn't let me work for like a month. Which was like it was like $1,500 or something like that. Which to me, as like, you know, as a 20-year-old kid at the time where, you know, I wasn't through college and I was trying to save money for after college, that was kind of a lot of money at the time. But yeah, it was whatever. And yeah, crazy story. I don't think I've ever told that story to anyone. But yeah. Yep, it's water under the bridge now. It's like life happens. And, you know, maybe if I was smarter, I would have just given him back his $20 because it would have probably been better in the long run. But, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. That's life. All right. Let's get back to this.